Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Houston, we are ready for the event.
Leslie County High School, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for voice check.
I couldn't hear what he said. Yeah. Station, this is Congressman Hal Rogers with students from Leslie County High School in Kentucky. Do you hear me?
We've got you loud and clear, Congressman, and welcome to everybody on board the International Space Station.
That's Commander Jeff Williams and Flight Engineer Kate Rubins. Thank you so much for joining us today. Astronaut Rubins, congratulations on your very first space mission. And Commander Williams, congratulations on surpassing astronaut Scott Kelly's record last week for the most days in space for any American. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We have about 500 students here who are eager to ask you some questions. So at this time, let's have the students introduce themselves and their questions.
I'm Kaylee Collett. Commander Kate, can you put into words the emotions you felt the first time that you saw the Earth below you?
Hey, thanks very much for your question. And I would just want to tell you guys that it was probably the most amazing and surprising thing in my entire life in terms of the emotions that I felt when I saw the planet for the first time. You just get a glimpse of it right out the window of the Soyuz, and it was beautiful and awe-inspiring at the same time.
Thank you.
My name is James Clark. Commander Jeff, how close are we to a new propulsion system for interstellar travel?
Well, that's a good question. In fact, we're working on new propulsion systems to take us to places like Mars, which will take us months to get to. And that's the closest planet. What you're talking about is out of the solar system, heading toward other stars. That's a way off in the future, I think, and many would consider it maybe even science fiction, although I don't know if I'd go that far today, but it's way off in the future just because of the practical problem of the great distances that we would have to cover.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Tommy Geyer, and my question is for Commander Kate. Commander Kate, how is the space station helping NASA get closer to a Mars expedition, and what is the timeline for that?
The kinds of technologies that we're testing out on Space Station are definitely helping us with our goals of going beyond low Earth orbit. So we have a really robust exploration program at NASA, and that's looking at all the kinds of things that you need to do to send humans in space for long periods of time and to send us really far from our home planet. And so the space station is basically a test bed for all of those technologies. It's not just things that are going to be useful for this little small slice of NASA for the exploration programs, but it's actually also testing a lot of the technologies that we need on Earth, things like recycling our air and our water, things like medical devices, useful in remote medical field sites, places on Earth that don't have access to the kinds of resources that we enjoy every day in the U.S. So those sorts of technologies that we're testing out for Mars journeys actually have a lot of applicability to solving some problems back on Earth as well.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sean Baker. And Jeff, when you do botanical experiments in space, how do the plants know which way to send their roots without gravity?
That's a great question. And what they do is they are drawn to the light. So the light source is really where they grow to. And then, of course, they send their roots down into the nutrients that we have on board that they're growing in. So it's driven by light, which is probably true also in the presence of gravity.
Hi, I'm Madison Little. Kate, what is the most valuable thing you learned in elementary school that you continue to use today fulfilling your job duties?
Hey, I said when I got up here after our first few hundreds of orbits of the Earth, I might finally be able to pass my 4th grade geology exam. So I think there's actually a lot that you end up learning in elementary school that makes you a good crew member up here. Things about putting stuff away where it belongs. You can see we've got a lot of items out on the space station. We're living in close quarters. Just anything that would be applicable to having a good elementary school classroom, plus a lot of lessons on geography, even some physics, a lot of biology and math going on up here.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Emily Napier, and my question is for Jeff. How has your understanding or view of the universe changed since seeing it from space?
Well, that's a great question. It would take me a long time to completely answer that, but just to, well, there's a couple of things. One, you learn to appreciate the vastness of space, the infinity, if you will, when you look out into the deep star field. But also, you tend to focus, and all of us tend to focus more on the Earth. We get off the planet, and then we look back at the Earth and see this beautiful, magnificent planet that is our home. Very unique in the observable universe, uniquely outfitted for our habitation, if you will, and it is our home. So that it deepens my appreciation and understanding of that more than anything else.
Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Brady Crisp, and my question is for Kate. Space travel can put the human body through extreme amounts of stress. What training does an astronaut have to go through to be physically and mentally fit for travel?
That's a great question, and we are getting ready right now for a spacewalk that we're going to do tomorrow. That is one of the most physically and mentally stressful things that we do up here, and so we do hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of training on Earth. We train in the spacesuits in a giant pool underwater in the neutral buoyancy laboratory. We go through every medical test imaginable. We learn a lot, actually, about human physiology just by putting healthy people under these kinds of stresses. These are a lot of the same things that you might get when you're putting test pilots under very stressful conditions as well. We go into the centrifuge. We've both done 8G runs in the centrifuge in order to prepare for launch and re-entry. And so pretty much anything that you could imagine you might do to a person we've done in training, and that helps us be prepared for any eventuality. We feel like we've trained and we can handle any situation that comes our way.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Day, and my question is for Commander Jeff. Have you ever seen anything unexplainable in space?
I have not seen anything unexplainable. I've seen things that I didn't quite recognize, but everything has been explainable. Everything has been explained. I mean, what you're getting at is the UFOs and all that. I've never seen any evidence of any of that. Everything has been explainable, albeit some very phenomenal things that we can see up here.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Emily Griffith, and my question is for Kate. What advice do you have for someone dreaming of becoming an astronaut?
I think you should pick something that you are extremely passionate about and figure out what it is that really drives you. What do you want to do with your life? whatever that passion and that dream and that goal is, one of the things that I notice about a lot of my fellow astronauts is that they're incredibly motivated people, that they have picked something that they are inspired to do, and they live out that motivation and that inspiration every day. And I think that's great advice for any career, and particularly if you're dreaming about being an astronaut.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Seth Melton. Commander Jeff, what would you tell a 6-year-old that dreams of traveling into space?
I would tell a 6-year-old to just continue to dream, and then to work hard and study hard in school and be a responsible person in the community as you grow up, and take on more responsibility and serve others around you, and find what your passions are as you get older in terms of what to study, and then follow those passions, and then when doors are open, be ready to enter those doors.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Shelby Sparks. My question is for Commander Kate. How have you adapted your exercise routines in response to lack of gravity?
Well, we just do a whole lot more of it up here. I enjoy exercising on the ground. I do a lot of triathlons, marathons, weightlifting, CrossFit, and that's basically the same thing that we've got up here. So we have a resistive exercise device. Obviously, we can't lift weights in space, but we can work against vacuum cylinders, and so that lets us keep our bones healthy and keep our muscles strong. We run on a treadmill. We have a bicycle, actually. It's sitting right here next to me, and we can get on this bicycle in microgravity. So we have a whole exercise routine, and they want to keep us very fit, a lot of the same things that you guys would be doing on Earth. So if you're out going for a run, you can think about they might be doing the same thing on the space station right now.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ashley Standifer, and my question is for Commander Jeff. Jeff, how has your experience in space influenced your view on intelligent life on Earth?
Well, let's see. How has it influenced my view on life on Earth? I have learned to appreciate Earth and the provisions that we have on Earth that are given to us. I'm a believer, so given to us by our Creator to uniquely provision us and give us what we need on Earth, to not only the food and all those things, but an atmosphere that recycles itself, and water, and all of those things that we need necessary for life.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tori Watts. My question is for Kate. With all the space particles, how can NASA probes travel vast distances in space without colliding with something?
So we talk about this when we're flying also, and it's a little bit, we call it the big sky, little airplane theory. So there's a lot of things that are going around the Earth. There's a lot of things in low Earth orbit, and there's, of course, a lot in our solar system. But the expanse of space is so huge. In general, if you're talking about things beyond low Earth orbit, you have a pretty low likelihood that they're going to collide with each other. When we're in low Earth orbit, of course, we do have a lot of space debris. It's sometimes called space junk. And there are folks on the ground, actually, that can track that for us. We can boost the station's altitude if we need to avoid any of that space junk. And so there's whole teams of folks out there that are watching what's going on in low Earth orbit, and they're keeping us safe.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kaylee Mullins, and my question is for Commander Jeff. How long did it take for you to orient yourself to the fact there is no up in space?
That's a great question. Everybody goes through an adaptation period when they get up here. The first couple of days you adapt fairly rapidly, but it can take folks, in my observation, and I've been up here with probably over 50 people over the years, It takes about 6 weeks to get fully adapted to be able to work in 3 dimensions and not have to rely on a logical up or down. You can make anything up that you want to, like Kate's doing right now.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dalton Spurlock, and my question is for Kate. Why is it not possible to physically land on or explore other planets?
Well, it is physically possible. We've sent humans to the moon. The United States has proven that we can actually land people and a large amount of equipment on another body. We are planning right now to send people and spacecraft to Mars. So there's a lot of really interesting problems that go along with those kinds of long journeys. And this may be something for you guys as you're finishing high school, getting into college, and thinking about what you want to do with your careers. Is there something that you're really interested in that you could study that could help us get spacecraft to the surface of a planet? I think it's a fantastic question, and it covers all range of fields, all range of disciplines.
Thank you.
We have time for one last question.
Hello, my name is Nick Gibson, and my question is for Commander Jeff. When on a spacewalk, can you feel the cold of space through your spacesuit?
That's a great question. Outside the space station, the thermal environment is extreme, and when the sun is shining, it can be several hundred degrees. The material out there, the outside surface, can be several hundred degrees above zero, and at nighttime it can be 150 to 180 degrees below zero. So our spacesuit actually protects us from those extremes. We have a cooling system that helps keep us from overheating, and usually we have it on minimum because it's very easy to get cold out there. And then also the ground team does some predictions to keep us out of the extremely hot areas especially, and to warn us of those. So we plan the spacewalks to stay out of the extremely hot areas, but beyond that the spacesuit protects us.
Thank you.
I think we have time for one more quickie.
Hi, my name is Kennedy Howard, and my question is for Kate. Is spaceflight something that will one day be accessible to the masses?
I certainly hope so. I think that space travel is one of the most fascinating and interesting things that we do as human beings, and it really shows us what we can accomplish when we are working together on a goal. I have experienced so much wonder and so much joy just being up here for the first time in space. And so my dream would be to be able to share that with you and to have many people be able to experience the kinds of things that we see as incredible phenomenon just on a daily basis in orbit around our planet.
Thank you.
Can you tell us over what part of the world you're presently flying?
We go around the Earth every 90 minutes. We've been busy preparing the suits. We do have passes over the U.S. this afternoon, so every orbit we're coming over a little bit farther west. I don't know exactly where we are at the moment, but if we're not over America, we will be soon.
We will wave at you. Well, thank you, Commander Williams and astronaut Rubins, for joining us today. And oh, by the way, good luck on your spacewalk tomorrow. And in all, Godspeed.
Thank you very much. It was great to have you on board today.
Thank you.
Station, this is Houston ACR. Thank you. That concludes our event.
Thank you to all participants and guests from Leslie County High School. Station, we are now resuming operational audio communications.